I really like the turned aluminum products from China. And this is a really neat one. It's well, they claim it's a 2-watt. Where's the thing for this? They claim it's a 2-watt mini USB spotlight, and the keywords here are 2-watt USB spotlight. That will find it 2W USB spotlight. That will find lots of listings. The one I got it from is Kaguok 0. It doesn't even, you know, this is an advert for why you should have nice memorable names. Kaguok 0. That's not memorable. But yep, so readily available on eBay about, well, in the UK they're 99 pence plus about anything between 20 to 30 or 40 pence shipping. So say about £1, at worst £1.50, which probably equates, say, random currency, American dollars. That would be about £3.50, £4-ish, $4 should I say. So not that bad. Is that right? That's not right, is it? Hold on. 1.5 times, and it's approximately 1.4 exchange rate is, yeah, about $2. That's better. That's a more accurate result. And it's similar to these sort of plastic flashlight converters you get for the USB power banks, and you can plug them in, and they've got a switch on them, and they've got a 1-watt LED inside, and quite nice units. And unlike this one, which when you plug it in, it sort of goes in line with the standard USB power bank. This one doesn't, unfortunately. It doesn't have the switch, and it tends to be off-centre, but it's still a nice light. It's got the typical sort of 1-watt light in it. And measuring the power, it was about 300 milliamps, and if you consider that the LED inside is going to have a voltage drop of 3 volts, that comes to about 0.9 watts. So I'm not sure where the 2 watts is coming from. It's nowhere near that. It is basically a 1-watt light, but that's still reasonable enough. This is the second time I've tried to make this video. The first time I got to this point and said, let's just unscrew this. And I thought this was going to unscrew, and then I was thinking it's not unscrewing. And then I thought, is it pressed in? And it turns out, after I put it in the vise, that it was screwed in, but they'd used that sort of silicony, goopy gel stuff, this sort of polymerish goo round it to actually, they'd put it in the threads to glue it in, but not the circuit board itself, which comes out nicely. The circuit board is not an aluminium core PCB. Initially I thought it was when I saw the big ugly splat of solder in the back, but they've really just blobbed some solder on, I suppose it is. They were trying to solder onto the metal case, onto the sort of the large area of the copper on the back. But it is just a double-sided PCB with the back used as a sort of ground plane for heat dissipation, and then there's our actually plated through holes all dotted around in random positions on the sort of negative connections. On the front, there's a 6.2 ohm resistor, there's the LED itself, and then that's all held in place. When this goes together, this sits in, and the only sort of heat sinking is from the edge, that copper pad area in the back, the copper plane in the back, pressing against this rim. And then there's a lens that sits on the LED, and when the top's screwed on, it's a nice snug fit, and it just presses that LED down, holds the circuit board against the back. So if you consider that it's a 6.2 ohm resistor, it's got about 300 milliamps passing through it. The voltage across that is going to be the best part of about 2 volts, because it's on a 5 volt supply, 3 volts across LED, about 2 volts across the resistor. 2 volts at 300 milliamps, that's 600 milliwatts. So it's just over half a watt that resistor is dissipating, so it's basically just on the same sort of copper plane area. And you could change the LED. You could just, as long as you aligned it up, there is an outline on the circuit board for it, but you'd have to line it up quite accurately, because there's no sort of leeway. This lens is used centrally to press that LED down. But other than that, it's, hackable. You could put the new LED in, you could change the colour if you wanted, but it is a nice light, and nice enough that before putting this video up I decided I'll order a few more, just in case you guys all rush onto eBay and buy loads of them. But very stylish. I do like the sort of fins, the sort of the machined grooves around it. And it's a bit more compact than the other one. Heavier as well, which you kind of expect really, because it is. Is it heavier? Not that much heavier, I have to say. But much more compact, and it's quite smart, and it does produce, hold on, I'll just actually point at the wall, it does produce a good flashlight beam. Yep, it's not bad at all. It's very good. It's smart and just certainly worth adding to your collection of LED junk.